Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I'm answering a question that comes up quite a lot, and I think there's a little bit of misinformation, unintentional misinformation around this. But this question, not the first time I've seen it. So it has to do with, is it still beneficial to include an author bio box with a backlink to one's website in guest posts? This person says, recently I read on an authority website that Google dislikes or even penalizes websites that try and get link juice by including the URL of the website in an author bio box on guest posts. It's considered a bad link scheme. We'll talk about that in a minute. I have the chance to be included on an authority relevant website in my niche, and I'm wondering if I should ask the owner not to include my author bio box. I included 2 contextual backlinks to my website in the article itself. However, I know it could be very beneficial to have such an author box for raising brand awareness and get some referral traffic. What do you think? It is an excellent question, and I think a lot of people are really scared of Google penalties. So whenever there's a question like this, the first thing I do is ask myself, to think about it in real terms. Would you be building this link? Would you be adding this hyperlink if search engines did not exist? And if you say, yeah, I would include this link if search engines did not exist, then it's probably an okay link to have. Now, if you would say, honestly, truthfully to yourself, no, I probably would not be building this link if it were not for the existence of search engines, then it's probably a spam link. I'm going to say that having a link to your actual website where the anchor text, meaning the text that is inside the hyperlink, is either your brand name or just the URL to your site, I'm going to say that that's probably what you should do. And there's a reason why. Let's look at what Google actually considers to be a link scheme on the page itself. So link schemes. Now you have to pay really close attention to the way that Google phrases things because they have to count some links. They can't just discount every single link on the internet. So they have certain things that they look at where they can say this is probably a spam link. This is probably a black hat link. But there's a lot of things that people are afraid to do that they probably should not be afraid of. So let's look at what Google says. Any links intended to manipulate page rank or a site's ranking in Google search results may be considered part of a link scheme and a violation of Google's Webmaster Guidelines. That includes any behavior that manipulates links to your site and outgoing links from your site. Okay, pretty clear cut so far, right? Let's dig further. The following are examples of link schemes which can negatively impact a site's rankings in search results. Buying or selling links that pass PageRank, so followed links. This includes exchanging money for links, selling links, or posts that contain links, exchanging goods or services for links, or sending someone a quote-unquote free product in exchange for them writing about it, including a link. That actually happens a lot. Okay, so excessive link exchanges, link to me and I'll link to you. Or partner pages exclusively for the sake of cross-linking. So if you and all the people in your BNI group or all the people at your Chamber of Commerce decide to basically collude and say we're all going to put a partner page on our websites and we're just going to link to each other, that would be a very obvious link scheme. So something like that, if it gets way out of hand and it doesn't make sense, if you're linking to things that aren't really in the context of what your site is about, then that can hurt you. Okay. Large scale article marketing or guest posting campaigns with keyword rich anchor text links. This is the part that you're going to see repeated a lot on this page. Now, if you're doing guest posting, maybe you're a good writer. Maybe people want to hear what you have to say. Maybe you're just really good at marketing yourself. Here's where the thing comes in. Where does it become spam? It becomes spam when you're trying to manipulate the words inside the hyperlink, because obviously that's still part of the algorithm. And if you go a little bit too much overboard with that, then you're going to get hurt. This is what they're trying to imply, at least. So if you're going to link to your site, have it make sense, or link to your brand name, your company name. That might be a good thing to do. So this is really where what the line that I think that people are misinterpreting, because they're thinking like large scale article marketing is writing for 5 or 10 blogs, guest posting. That's not large scale. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about spamming a bunch of article farms with keyword rich anchor text. That's really what they're talking about. Okay. Using automated programs or services to create links to your site. So that would be things like GSA links. That would be things like SAPE links. If you don't know what those are, just look them up. But those are automated programs that basically create links to your site. Here's another one. I know somebody talked about this before as a way to link build, and sorry, but requiring a link as a part of a terms of service contract or similar arrangement without allowing a third-party content owner the choice of qualifying the outbound link should they wish. So that would be something like putting a free photo up there and saying, if you use this free stock photo, you must link to my site. And if you don't, then I'm going to sue you or something like that. That would be something like that. Okay, so additionally, creating links that were not editorially placed or vouched for by the site's owner on a page, otherwise known as unnatural links, can be considered a violation of our guidelines. Now, I've seen things like this in the wild. So a good example, I saw somebody did this where it was like a lawyer site, and it was like an old blog post about whatever. And then right in the middle of it, it was a link back to their marketing site. And it was anchor rich text. And, that sort of thing where it's like it looks out of place and it is out of place. Like if you were reading it out loud, and it would make people say, wait, what was that? Like if you read it out loud and it doesn't make sense, then it's probably just placed there to pass PageRank. So that would be something that would not be editorially placed, not be vouched for by the site's owner. That's what they're talking about here. So also text advertisements that pass PageRank. Most ads are no-followed links. Advertorials are native advertising where payment is received for articles that include links that pass PageRank. So that means followed links. So if it's an advertorial, if you paid to write a basically like an article that pitches your product on somebody else's site, any links back to your site have to be no followed. And then links with optimized anchor text in articles or press releases. So they gave an example here for some kind of wedding vendor where all the links are like they have keywords like stuffed in the anchor text. They also say low quality directory or bookmark site links. So there are SEO companies out there that still do this, where they have one of the things on their to-do list is bookmarking sites for links, something like Dig or Delicious or things like that. That's like 10 years old SEO. That's SEO from like the turn of the last decade. Keyword rich, hidden, or low quality links embedded in widgets that are distributed across various sites. For example, if you had like a widget that would be like a sidebar widget, and then there would be a link with, you know, a keyword, um, your exact match keywords as a link, that would be a link scheme. Widely distributed links in the footers or templates of various sites. So, widely distributed links. So, I don't necessarily believe that this is, if you're a web design company and you put your footer link, because I see literally thousands of places doing this and they don't appear to be penalized in any way. But I do know that there was a WordPress theme company not that long ago. They did get hit with this, where they had a link back to their site, and their site lost ranking until they made that change, and they got rid of that footer link in their theme templates. I know that there were theme companies that used to do this back in the day, and they stopped doing it for the same reason. Here's another one. Forum comments optimize links in the post or signature. So like every time that you post or apply on a forum, let's say that there's this anchor-rich text that's a link back to your site. That would be a link scheme. And then they say, pay-per-click advertising don't pass PageRank. As long as it doesn't pass PageRank, it doesn't violate their guidelines. As long as it's no followed, it doesn't violate their guidelines. So basically what they're saying is you're thinking that if you guest post on a couple sites and you have a link back to your site, that it's like, or what you're hearing or what you've been told is that is spam, at like a large scale spam. No, you're writing a couple guest posts for people in your industry. That's all it is. You're just being a good marketer. That's all you're doing. As long as you're not, say it's like a marketing blog or whatever, as long as you're not making the anchor text in your author bio something like, best marketing company in San Francisco, California, or something like that. As long as it's not something ridiculous like that, as long as you're just linking with your brand name, which is always the safest thing to link with, back to your site, then you should be fine. My name's John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO, and I'm here every single day making videos on SEO. Thank you to all the new subscribers who have come on recently. We're almost at 400 subscribers. That's amazing. I thank each and every one of you. I will have a new video tomorrow, and until next time, peace.